Hello everyone, welcome back to the Dannphan channel. Welcome to another DCYA read-through. You know how much I love these. It's another one of those characters that I don't really know much about. In fact, I would go as far to say I really don't know anything about this character in particular. We are reading the DCYA comic for Constantine, Distorted Illusions. This should be a vaguely interesting one though, because this was done by Kami Garcia, who is probably the only successful or vaguely successful DCYA writer, successful enough to have multiple DCYA books. I read 2 of the Teen Titans DCYA that she did, and I thought they were okay. I mean, they're still kinda like typical CW-ish writing, but I didn't think they were as bad as the other DCYA comics out there. So in that regard, she was a standout. Alright, chapter 1, Not Your Average Bad Boy. Jesus, that's actually gonna be the title. I'm better at writing songs than bearing my soul? What does that say about me? Everything, according to my best friend Veronica. She doesn't understand that the best defense is a good offense, and I have spent years perfecting my strategy. Best way to avoid disappointment? Don't let yourself want anything too much. Worried you'll fail? Don't try in the first place. The best defense is a good offense. That advice is completely opposite to that. Want to avoid getting hurt? Don't get too close to anyone, including my dad, a man I've only seen a handful of times since he took off when I was a kid. Part of me wants to believe he's changed, but what are the odds? Mom married Roderick a year ago. He's a legendary magician like my father, and I don't trust him any more than I trust my dad. You're not my real dad, Roderick, and you wouldn't pass as my real dad either. I rang Lady Marguerite Dannphan in the States today about some society business. Seems she's accepting another apprentice. What is this hairstyle? Like, why do you have a ball of yarn on your head? It's so big, it's gigantic. I just thought you might... You thought wrong. I don't need his help. He's not my real dad.
He said it! He said it!
You have so much natural talent. Training with a magician of Lady Marguerite's caliber will help you develop your abilities. I can learn everything I need to know about magic on my own. Flirting is an art. You show someone what they want to see instead of what's actually there. How's it going, love? Good. You? Depends on whether or not you give me your number. Smooth. Sounds like you've used that line before. Not today. I'll call you. Bitch actually gave him her number. Goddamn. Street magic, sleight of hand, isn't much different from flirting. Whoa, now with the kids, you better not be flirting.
FBI, open up!
You show people what they want to see, not what's really there. Real magic is about showing people what you want them to see. Veronica, how are things in the US this week? Boring. That's why I'm calling. Veronica is my best friend. We met when her aunt was working in London for a year. I assumed it was because you miss your dashingly handsome mate. Have I mentioned that you're impossibly arrogant? Not today. You should reconsider meeting the American magician from Roderick's society. Why would I do that? My band lost its lead singer. Oh yes, of course. That's such a petty reason. Maybe you're right. Learning more about magic would be interesting. Oh really? That's all it took? That's all it took for him to be convinced? But I'm staying with Veronica. I'm 18. I don't need a babysitter. Of course, Roderick will be thrilled. As if I care. Ring me when Veronica picks you up. Right. Don't forget to convert your pounds at the exchange. Right. Constantine, over here. Ow, my ankle. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna need to ice that. My roommate is the band's bassist, and no, he's not your type. But he's into magic. My aunt moved to LA, so I can't afford to be picky. Home, not so sweet home. You fucked up that apartment. Christian Slaughter. Everyone calls me Slaughter. Oh, Christian Slaughter, haha. Isn't it funny when we make fun of Christians? They should all die! Ha 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 ha! Wow, so unique! I've never heard this before. Everyone calls him Constantine, 'cause it rhymes with mean. Not really. Oh, thank God. For a second, I thought the writer was serious. Heard you're a magician. Maybe you can teach me some tricks. Holy fuck, you're tall. He's like a whole other head taller than Constantine. I've got magicians in my family. I'm into occult stuff. Oh yeah? You don't say? Are you telling me that Christian Slaughter is into occult stuff? I didn't see that one coming. What? Why are there drumsticks just taped to the wall? Bollocks. What's wrong? I'm bloody late. Thought you didn't care about meeting the magician. Gulp, gulp, gulp. I don't, but I promised my mama I'd meet her. Has anyone ever told you that you're confusing? Not today. She's really trying to push this as like Constantine's new catchphrase. But why? It's so bad. I don't accept foreign money. Why didn't he go to exchange his money? That was like the first thing his mum told him to do. This illusion won't last long, but I don't have any American bills. John Constantine, I presume. You are 1 hour and 9 minutes late. My apologies. I had a bit of trouble with. Don't insult my intelligence by lying. Come in or stay out there and call a taxi. Regardless, do close the door. Roderick tells me you've inherited your father's gift. Thomas is quite a legend in the magical community. My dad wasn't around much. Why are you interested in developing your skills? I don't know. Why do you have random fucking doves flying around inside your house? I just graduated, and the only things I've ever been good at are music and magic. Thomas Constantine's son and Roderick Evers' stepson, John is practically magical royalty. I bet he's never trained with anyone. Must be nice to have a last name and family connections that open doors. This is my library. I have grimoires and magical objects from all over the world. I'm not a big fan of reading, but occult books are alright. What are all these things? Magical objects. Do not touch anything. I'll be back in a moment. Do not touch anything. Some of the objects in here require expert handling. Get it. What is this position that he is in? His arms are too long. His torso is not long enough. This is really awkward looking. Oh, I'm gonna start touching things. Whoa, I see fucking visions and shit. I told you not to touch anything. What the bloody hell was that? The orb reads your past, present, and future. It's incredibly powerful and dangerous, like many of the objects housed here. Magic is not something to be toyed with. If the egg is dangerous, maybe you shouldn't leave it out where people can touch it. Our meeting is over. You might have inherited your father's gift, but it seems he also passed on his reckless attitude toward magic. Bloody snob with her books and magic eggs. You don't need a training to use a book. I'm guessing it didn't go well. It was going fine until I touched a memory-sucking orb in her library. What's this? Not sure. I nicked it from her library. Looks like a spell book. Some of it's in Latin, and there are lots of symbols. Runes, maybe? I've never seen anything like it. Right on. This is my first gig in the US. Are you bloody ready? Whoa. And they're all having fun, rockin' punk. I don't know how he's supposed to play the guitar like that, quite frankly, but he looks like he's having fun. I'm not looking for a lover to complicate the summer, but the brunette in the front row was hard to miss. What did you think of the band? Pretty good, except for the lead singer. I thought he was bloody brilliant. Why aren't I surprised? I think you'd like him if you got to know him. Luna, if you want my number, you'll have to remember it. And then they just straight up just state an actual number you can call onto the DCYA. Someone's gonna complain about that. Ring ring, banana phone. You remembered my number. Impressive. I'm going downtown with my bandmates. Wanna come? I'll be on my best behavior. I'm not sure we have the same definition of good behavior, but I'll risk it. I'm meeting him downtown to go sightseeing, of all things. Keeping an eye on John Constantine might not feel like an important task, but I have a feeling about him. Let's try a spell. Why not? I can think of a few reasons why not. How about a spell for a kick-ass light show? Last night, we weren't really vibing. Join hands and visualize what we want. The three of us performing a brilliant set. Then we recite the spell. You just want something hard enough and then it just like shows up to you. Hey, these are my bandmates Veronica and Slaughter. This is the most magical place in DC? To say this is anticlimactic is an understatement. You seem so lame. This place is brilliant. I completely took a 180 turn on my opinion. Normally I'm not a fan of museums, but the idea of nature creating an animal this huge without the help of magic is bloody impressive. He just discovered that real life exists, guys. By the way, he's only used magic once in this entire comic so far. We're pretty far in. He's used magic once to change a currency of a bill. You really know your history. I'm impressed. Are your parents magicians? My mother. But she left when I was 6. I get it. My dad took off when I was 4. Your dad didn't know about magic? Actually, my mom told him, and he was okay with it until she left. He's hated magic ever since. I'm sorry. Let's make out. Let's see if that spell worked. Suddenly, they're gelling like they've been playing together for months. What kind of spell did you cast, Constantine? They loved us. We killed it. Come back to Veronica's place with us. We can hang out and talk. You can keep asking, but my answer won't change. I'm gonna kiss you anyway. You brought me to a library? This is a first. It's not just any library. Magicians used to hide magical books here. Oh my god, that explains the never-ending story. You know about the resurgence of dark magic around the turn of the century, right? Of course. Magical societies hid the most dangerous books so they wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. They had dangerous books and they hid them in a library? As though that wouldn't be the first place that people check for books? Partial to music over books, but this place is impressive even without the magical history. Like, dude, this whole entire comic, Constantine has basically been constantly just saying, I usually don't like this stuff, but now I do. You're smart and funny and beautiful, and I'm not much of anything. Constantina, you don't have to say anything. Okay, I guess all you gotta do to get the girl is self-deprecate. I'm so bad. Not your average bad boy, though. Who wants to take a field trip to the used car lot with me? Are you gonna buy something this time? If I find a decent ride I can afford. Oh, so no. Want to increase the odds? He pulls out the little book. After that last spell we pulled off, this should be easy. Check it out. It's the perfect ride, but it's probably out of my price range. What, the hearse? You want to buy the hearse over there, Constantine? Oh yeah, the hearse is a beauty. I love this used car salesman coming out just like, oh yeah, you want the hearse? Of course you do. I'm not gonna question this. You can knock 1,200 off, can't you? Sorry, but I can make that happen. Tell me what just happened back there. Just a harmless spell, love. Compulsion magic is never harmless. It would take a year under a master magician to learn how to use it safely. Don't worry, I've got it under control. Let me guess, the plot twist is he doesn't have it under control. My ride needs a punk makeover, but bitch, it's a hearse. Oh shit, they like ruined it. Oh, that's so fucking cringe. All you did was, it's literally scribbles. You spray painted literal scribbles on there. That's not even a shape, it's just a scribble. It's a giant butterfly with panels inside of it. That's unique, I guess, but we have not seen any butterflies in this comic ever, so I don't know what the hell a butterfly has to do with anything. Constantine and his friends are using compulsion magic. Spells his father taught him, perhaps? I'm not sure. Did you know that monarch butterflies are poisonous to their predators? Aw, honey. You have ADHD. Are you planning to get Constantine blackballed from the magical societies? He has no interest in the societies. I'm trying to prevent a dangerous, inexperienced magician from hurting others or exposing us to non-magicals. If you find it too difficult to keep tabs on Constantine, I will task someone else with the job. I'll take care of it. Why are they acting like this woman is the villain? Just to be, like, perfectly blunt with you guys, I know she might be, like, portrayed as being pompous, very full of herself, right? Which is why I'm doing the voice. But literally, she kicked him out of her house because he deliberately disobeyed her one order, which was to not touch any of the magical items. Like, Constantine is in fact in the wrong here. I don't know why we're doing this, like, double-crosser plotline with her, dating Constantine and relaying information back to the woman. Well, I forget her name, but it doesn't matter. Alright, and they're playing another night. This gig could use a little extra magical octane, and they're casting spells, and then they light the amplifier on fire. Better put that out fast. You could have set the whole club on fire. The amp must have shorted out. Luckily, there was no damage. No damage? What about my amp and my speaker? I'm taking that money out of what I owe ya. That's bullshit. Your cheap amp started the fire. You better give us our money, asshole. You threatening me? Get your asses out of here. Did you start the fire? Or was it Veronica or Slaughter? Slaughter. Doesn't matter. You can't control elemental magic without a level of training that we both know you and your friends don't have. Don't make a big deal out of this, love. This isn't a game. The three of you could have seriously injured yourselves or someone else. Next time, I don't want it to be me. I'm used to watching lovers walk away. This time it matters to me. Constantine says he's sorry. Can we talk? Babe, I made myself a collar just for you. Treat me like you're a bitch. Heard about the fire at Club No Name. We're not interested in your shit show. Take it somewhere else. Karma's a bitch, especially if we help it along. What were you thinking? We let a vengeance spirit get even for us. Wait, you're gonna get revenge on the guy instead of trying to use magic so that someone will accept a gig from you? You just used compulsion magic like a couple of chapters ago. Why don't you just do that again? We call upon one across the veil to awaken and answer our call. Show yourself, we called you, bruh. Oh my god! Veronica! Oh, dude. He sucked himself inside her. To the depths of darkness, I order you to return. You are not strong enough to banish me, mortal. Yeah, I banished you, now and for all time. Oh, grah. Never mind, you are actually strong enough to banish me. Constantine? You're awake. You really don't remember? No. It went into you. Like it possessed me? Yeah, but you're okay now, right? Right. I'll be back. I need some air. I know you're pissed, Luna, but something happened and I need to talk to you. Wednesday night. Veronica, why are you choking me? I'm not into that. What is wrong with you? I don't know. I think I had a night terror. It's all good. It was an accident, wasn't it? She's eating raw meat. What's with her? Veronica, can you hear me? Call an ambulance. What if the paramedics call the cops? They'll think we did something to her. Sorry, man. I spent some time in juvie. No way I'm going to jail for killing some chick. Yes, I'm sure the police will see in the autopsy that you caused a demon to possess her, and therefore you are at fault. I mean, like, they are at fault, right? But the police wouldn't know that, so I don't know why he reaches this conclusion. And then she dashes across the hall and finds him. Constantine? I'm so glad you're here. Tell me what happened. I brought out an occult book to the apartment and we did a few spells, like the fire slaughter started at the club. After the club owner blackballed us, we were bloody furious and we wanted to get even. Get even how? We tried to summon a vengeance spirit to give him a scare, but we accidentally summoned something else. I'm not sure, but a demon if I had to guess. It possessed Veronica. We banished it. At least I thought we did. But Veronica started acting weird. Where did you get the book? I lifted it. It was stupid, but the magician it belonged to insulted me and wanted to get back at her. Is she okay? I'm sorry, but she's in a coma. If we hadn't screwed up the summoning, none of this would have happened. That's your takeaway? The only way you could have prevented the situations is if you hadn't screwed up the spell? Maybe you shouldn't have been doing summoning magic without any training in the first place? I'm sorry about Veronica, I really am, but I can't do this. Do what? Be here, with you. Veronica could have died. She still might. Why does this have to be so hard? He isn't the only person who screwed up. I have to tell him the truth. I never thought I'd be returning to the scene of this particular crime, but I'm out of options. I wasn't aware you borrowed it. I think there's a name for such an action. Stealing. I'm sorry. I was angry and I took it to get back at you. It was childish. But something happened and now I need your help. My friends and I performed a summoning from the book. We were trying to summon a spirit, but I think we summoned a demon instead, and it possessed my friend Veronica. What? Why are all the panels all like book pages now? I guess they're trying to be creative, but this doesn't do anything for the scene. Like, this is not enhancing the scene at all. It was an accident. We thought we banished the demon, but now my friend is in a coma. Why would I give you more fuel to add to the fire you so carelessly set? You've done enough. Oh, more pages falling. Luna, what are you doing here? I can explain. Luna is here studying her craft. One day she will be a powerful and disciplined magician. I sure as hell didn't see this coming. Constantine, wait. I was going to tell you. That's why I texted the other night. Why didn't you call? She was worried you might get into trouble. Guess I proved her right. I'm so sorry. Don't be. It's my fault. I let you get too close. Thought you were wrong about him, and I felt stupid. But now you realize I was right all along. Yes and no. He's reckless and he doesn't understand the importance of training, but he's also a good person. Why? Why do you think that? What has his character done throughout the comic to make her reach that conclusion that he's still a good person? Dad, it's John. I'm in trouble. I've never asked you for anything, but I'm asking now. I need your help. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into, John, but I'm watching a football game. Parenting is your mom's department? He hung up, like I was just a random person. But there is someone else I can call. Ring, ring. Oh god, his stepdad. His stepdad is coming in to save the day. Stay where you are, John. I'm on my way. Initiate the emergency phone tree, darling. We need to contact the other magicians in my society immediately. I'm not convinced I should get involved. We don't know what sort of entity Constantine summoned, and there's no guarantee we can destroy it. You're not even going to try? Do not leave this house, Luna. Run, run, run. I'm going to the hospital. What's the point of knowing how to wield magic if you won't use it to help people? I'm so sorry. I should have told you the truth. But I didn't expect to have feelings for you. If I didn't have feelings for you, then I would be totally okay with it. What the fuck are you? What the fuck is any of this? Kill it with fire. Whoopsie, you missed a couple demons. Get the flamethrower. How long has your friend been unconscious? Since yesterday. The entity that has taken up a residence in your friend's body is quite powerful. I'll keep her stable until the rest of the society members arrive. Thought you weren't coming. Someone reminded me that magic is an instrument of protection, not punishment. It was unfair of me to judge you based on your father's actions. Your behavior was reckless, but we are more than the measure of our mistakes if we learn from them. I'm sorry it took me so long. Where's your friend? In here. Why are you dressed up like you're part of the Hidden Leaf Village? Ping, ping, ping. Don't let the demon go back inside her. Pew! Okay, is everyone okay? Haha, that was fun. When you first married Mom, I thought you were trying to replace my father, and that you'd hurt us the way he did. But I was wrong. You were there for me when no one else was. Thanks again for everything. Text me when you get to your aunt's. Wow, you are standing really far apart while holding hands. It's kind of creepy, actually. So, does this mean we're together? You have a long way to go before you'll have the emotional maturity required for a serious relationship. That's a very on the nose there. I'll wait, but only because I'm not in the mood to date at the moment. As long as you're waiting. So they're not even technically dating at the end of this comic? Are you serious? They're all kissy, but they're not dating? Go fuck yourself. Get this shit out of my sight. I don't want to... It's so weird. I used to think I could avoid getting hurt if I never let anyone get too close. Now I'm about to spend the next year training with a fancy American magician who helped me save my best friend's life, alongside an impossibly brilliant girl who refuses to be my girlfriend. It sounds like you got kind of fucked in this story, to be brutally honest. This main character got super screwed in this DCYA. I don't know what he's like in the original comics, as I mentioned before, but it sounds like they screwed him over quite a bit. He doesn't even technically get the girl in the end. He just like causes all these problems, has other people fix it for him, doesn't even get the girl in the end, doesn't get to be the hero in the end. Like, goddamn, you got fucked over, Constantine. I'm okay with that, because life is a lot more complicated than magic. Alright, and that's it. That's the end. That's the end of the comic. Was that the worst DCYA? No. That was a much smoother read than a comic like Zatanna, the Jewel of Gravesend. My God, I cannot even begin to tell you how painful of a read that was, just because of how bad the flow is and everything. Constantine, this, similar to Kami Garcia's other DCYA books, this was not that bad. It was just very, very generic and tropey. Very generic and tropey. All of the tropes are bad, granted, but at least it's written in a understandable way. Compared to her other comics, though, that I have read of hers, this one was not as good. Like, let's see, I've only read 3 others of hers, and that was The Raven, The Beast Boy, and then The Beast Boy Loves Raven. The Beast Boy was the worst, I think. I'll say Beast Boy Loves Raven was the best out of those. It was very CW-y, you know, just lower your expectations. But I think that was better than what we saw with this Constantine DCYA. There's something kind of frustrating about how they wrote this character. Like I said, I don't have anything to really compare it to, but it does kind of seem like just constantly shitting on the guy. It's like, oh, you caused all the problems, and then you had to call for your daddy to come fix it for you. Like, DC is supposed to be about people who have the potential to be heroes, so they should be doing something that's heroic. And it kinda seems like this is more so a story about being able to ask for help, or being able to recognize your mistakes. Not that that's a bad thing, but I do think that he should have been the hero at the end of the comic. And it kind of just seems like they were really trying to shoehorn the foster dad being better than your biological dad trope. And then, of course, the liar revealed trope. Once again, just shoehorned into the story to add some kind of drama to the romance. And then after all that drama, what's the payoff? Oh, they're not dating, but they kiss sometimes. But anyway, that was Constantine Distorted Illusions. I'm sure a lot of you watching probably are more familiar with the character than me. So if you would like to inform me about stuff that I might might have missed, please by all means comment in the comments section the differences between this and the original comic. And also just in general, let me know what you thought of this particular DC YA graphic novel. At this point in time, by the way, Sonic City Witch has not only launched on the website for pre-orders, but we have now opened up the Kickstarter. So if you would like to back the Kickstarter, by all means check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.
Program restart.